Magandang araw, ako po si Sir Ariel, ang ALS lover ng Edtech Unit. Narito po ako para sa isang napakagandang balita at upang magpaalala na ang kinabukasan ay mas gaganda at uunlad kung ang lahat ay patuloy na mag-aaral. Sa edukasyon sa ating bansa, tiyak na walang maiiwanan sa pag-abot ng mga pangarap. Kaya naman ang Department of Education ICT's Educational Technology Unit at Alternative Learning System Task Force ay nagtutulungan sa pagkakaroon ng ALS Tech Empowerment Program upang maihatid ang excellent quality education sa ating mga ALS learner and teachers. To easily deliver the lessons from the modules and other references, we will provide tablet PC as part of the DepEd computerization program to all ALS teachers and orientation on the use of these packages. To deepen the pedagogical use of information and communications and technology in delivering instructions, there are training workshops on the use and curation of open educational resources or OER, Google and Microsoft productivity tools, creation of video lessons using PowerPoint presentations and KineMaster, and on ebook or e-magazine development. To create an avenue for remedial lessons that is open to all learners, teachers, and parents, we will have the ETUlay free online tutorial and mobile ETUlay, where we will visit remote schools to feature the best practices of our ALS teachers and learners. Sa mga out-of-school youth and adult, laging tatandaan na may pag-asa upang makapagpatuloy sa pag-aaral. May ALS para sa inyo. Ang edukasyon ay para sa lahat. Para sa bata, para sa bayan, para sa guro. Sulong Edukalidad.
Magandang araw, Sir Wilbur po, at your service. Narito ang ETUlay upang gabayan ka sa inyong pag-aaral upang lubos na maunawaan ang iba't ibang paksa o subject. Ang ETUlay ay isang free online tutorial class na pinangungunahan ng ICT's Educational Technology Unit sa pamumuno ni Undersecretary Elaine Del B. Pascua. Ang programang ito ay hindi lamang para sa mga bata, kundi ito rin ay magsisilbing gabay sa mga magulang at mga guro kung paano nila ituturo o gagabayan sa bawat asignatura ang kanilang mga anak o mga estudyante. Sa kasalukuyan, ang self-learning module mula sa rehiyon ng Calabarzon at kilala sa tawag na pivot ang ginagamit sa ating ETUlay online class. Kaya ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Ihanda na ang inyong mga ballpen o lapis, papel o kwaderno at samahan kaming itulay ang pagkatuto para sa bawat batang Pilipino. Sama-sama tayong magtutulungan para malampasan ang mga hamon sa panahong ito. Halina't matuto kasama ang inyong online tutor sa oras na ito.
A wonderful day, everyone! Hello, welcome to another terrific Tuesday with Tutor Tutee. Hello to all our grade 10 learners, teachers, and parents from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Welcome po sa ating English 10 online tutorial. Hello! Ako pala si Tutor Tutee, ang inyong tutor sa oras na ito. Makakasama ninyo ako from 3:40 to 4:20 p.m. Magandang hapon mga mag-aaral. Lubos ang aking kagalakan na makasama kayo. Inaasahan ko ang inyong pakikilahok sa ating aralin. Simulan na natin? Handa na ba ang lahat? Alright. So this afternoon, in our English 10, we are now on the last week. We are on the we are on the 8th week and the last week of quarter 4. And I feel the need to really give this to you because this is the main highlight, the feature, the most important competency in English 10, which is composing a research report on a relevant social issue. If you remembered before, I've been talking about a research report from weeks 3 until week 7. That is why I really feel the need of sharing this with you this afternoon. Of course, I would like to acknowledge the source of the module that we are using today. Thank you so much, SDO Lapu-Lapu City Region 7. Right. But before I will proceed, let me first greet our early birds in our comments section. The earliest bird is Carl Henry Damaso from Philippine International English School, Kuwait. Hello, congratulations, you are the early bird. And also to Teresa L. Chi. Good afternoon. And let's check the others. Also, good afternoon. And hello, Patrick from Manilay. I'm sure this Patrick and Princess are from Dolores National High School. All right, and I'm correct. Patrick from Manilay, good afternoon po. Patrick Carlos from Manilay, grade 10, St. Peter, watching from Dolores National High School. And also to Angelica Claire. Angelica Claire Eligores, still from Dolores National High School, Magalang, Pampanga. Good afternoon. And to Josephine Joy Fuertes. Michael Angelo Santos, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. I hope you have a great day today. A terrific Tuesday. And I think we're all ready. Are we all set? Michael Angelo Santos, Joseph and Joy, and the rest of our tutees from Dolores National High School. By the way, Teresa L. Chi, our second early bird, is watching from Banisil National High School, Tumblr District, General Santos City Division. Hello po. Hi, Teresa. Good afternoon. And Mark Platten. Good afternoon, everyone. All right. I think we're good to go. Before we will talk about our main session today, let's first have a recap, a review of what we have discussed last session, last meeting in our online tutorial. So last time, we had already talked about the how you cite different reference materials. So we talked about applying the format. So we focused on 5 different reference materials, and we were talking about how to make a bibliography, right? So to check if you can still recall or remember our discussion about bibliography, let's try to answer this exercise. Let's first have a review exercise. This is very easy. All you have to do is to answer if the format presented in citing sources is correct or incorrect. So you just have to type in the comment section your answer for number 1 if it's correct or incorrect. So this is what will happen. I'll be presenting a picture. And then on the other side, you will see the format. You have to check if the format presented is correct or incorrect. So let's start with number 1. Number 1, is this correct or incorrect? Rai Saniko Manalo, good afternoon. All right, Racy, is that Racy? Good afternoon. So what do you think is the correct answer for number 1? You just type in your comments if it's correct or incorrect. So this is an example of a book. So in a book, is this correct or incorrect? So remember, in a book, in most of the reference materials that we have discussed last time, you always start with the author. And then when you write the name of the author, always start with the last name. Last name first. Last name, comma, then the first name or the initial. All right, Carl Henry already answered. The same with Patrick and Angelica. So most of you answered correct. Let's check if you are right. Is this format that follows with the author, then the title of the book, and then the city of publication or the place of publication and the publisher, is this correct? Let's check. All right, this is correct. All right, so this is correct. Number 1 is correct. Let's proceed to number 2. So this is an example of a magazine, People magazine. Is the format here inciting sources specifically in a bibliographical entry, is this a correct format or incorrect format? Let's check your answers. Number 2, type in your answers now. Number 2, Patrick from Manila answered incorrect. What about the others? What do you think? Is this correct or incorrect? Okay. Good afternoon to all our learners from, do we have learners from Mindanao here? Tutees from Mindanao. Hello, hello. So, according to Patrick and Angelica Claire, number 2 is incorrect. Let's find out if they are correct or if they are right. Number 2 is actually incorrect. So, why? Why is this incorrect? This is incorrect because it lacks number of pages. It's stated here, there's page number, so you have to indicate in your bibliographical entry the page number. So again, number 2 is incorrect. Congratulations, Patrick and Angelica. Your answer is right. What about this one? This is from a web page or a website. Is this correct or incorrect? Let's check your answers. Hello, Gila and Kirby Serrano. Gila and Kirby Serrano watching from Dolores National High School. Good afternoon, Odeline. And Odeline Kunanan, still from Dolores National High School. All right, number 3. Carl Henry already answered. And Patrick already answered. Their answer is correct. Let's find out if that is correct. And yes, this is a correct format. So same, if there is an author, you have to state the author. There's an author, a title, and then what website or web page, and then you have to copy the entire URL. Okay, what about this one? Here, you're going to unscramble. Okay, so since our time is quite not, it's quite limited. So let me just present to you the correct answer for this one. So in this exercise, you're going to unscramble. So we're going to rearrange the data presented here. So this is an encyclopedia. So when you write a bibliographical entry using these scrambled data, all you have to do is to start with the author. So the author is Barney Wharf. So Wharf, comma B, or Barney. Then the year of publication, the title of the article, the name of the encyclopedia. You also have to take note or include the volume number and the page number, the place of publication or the city of publication, and the publisher. You will also follow the same format with, almost the same format with the newspaper. So if there's an author, you write the author, and then the date of publication, the name of the news, the title of the article, the name of the newspaper or the company publishing the newspaper, and then the page number. So we were able to talk about all this stuff last session. That was last week. Do we have new Tutees here? We have Mark, John, Gio. Hello, good afternoon. And Odeline. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome po to our English 10 online tutorial. All right. So I think we're all ready. So we will now proceed to our main session for this afternoon. Our main session today, our objectives for today's session is to recognize. We're going to recognize today the essential parts of introduction, because the 3 main parts when you write something, like in any academic reports that you will do, you always have this introduction, body, and conclusion. So under introduction, what are the essential parts that you're going to use or to write about in your research report? And also we will familiarize today a literature review matrix. So this matrix will help us in our preparation for our research report. Again, the focus is on social cultural issue, right? So these are the things that we're supposed to mm, learn in our session today. I hope everyone is ready. Let's proceed. I've been telling before that from week 3 until week 7, that all those competencies and learning objectives that we talked about will help us in making our research report, because research is really very important, and this is the highlight of quarter 4 in English 10. So right now in this age and time, research means searching for a theory. So we do research to search for a theory, also to test that theory, or generally in most cases we do research to solve a problem. And we have to take note that these problems actually are already existing. They are already existing. They are already identified, and then all we have to do is to think about the solution of the problem that we are facing right now. Okay, so that is why we do this research. Okay, so I hope learners, my dear tutees, you're all ready, and you should have that love for research, because research is really very, very important. Do you love research? Can I hear from our tutees? Good afternoon, Trisha and Nick Dow. Good afternoon. I hope you all love research, because research is really very, very nice. It's very good. And we get many things from research. We learn many things from research. Let me repeat that in research, in this age and time, we are searching for a theory, we test the theory, and most especially, we tend to do research to solve a problem. So let's talk about the parts. The 3 main parts in every academic reports that you will do, you always have this introduction, the body, and the conclusion. In the introduction, so there are 4 essential parts in our research report. So the first part is the brief background. So in your introduction, you're going to provide an overview of the scope of your research. So you start with a brief background. So you think of any topic that you have, and then write or provide an overview of that background of that research. The second part is on the objectives of your study. Here, in the objectives, you have to state here your objectives of your study, the purpose of your study. Why do you do this study? Why did you choose this study? Why did you choose this research? In most cases, some researchers use research questions. So here they use research questions. They make a research question or questions to address a certain problem. Okay, so if you have a title, then you have that specific problem. What are your research questions? So here, the same with research questions. Either way, it's research questions or objectives. These are the tools that will guide the readers in knowing the direction of your research. So in the first part, if you have provided the overview, in the second part of your introduction, you have to state your objectives or your research questions, so that our readers will know where is your research going, what is the direction of your research, what is this for, so what, why did you study this, why did you choose this title or this problem. So that's the second part. Next is we have the significance of the study. You have to discuss the relevance of your study. Why is this important? What's the use of your study? You have to cite specific benefits. Okay, who will benefit? What can they get from the findings of your research? What will happen after doing your research? Is there something nice that will happen to a certain group of people? who will benefit from your research, you have to cite specific benefits, the advantages that you can get from the findings of your research. And also, the very important one is the literature review. Here in the literature review or review of related literature, you have to discuss, you have to include the previous studies done on the chosen topic. You're going to relate how your research relates to these previous researchers. So if you have a title about, for example, later on I will present an example, then you have to find another sources or another research studies that is somehow related to the topic that you have chosen. So that is for related literature. All right. We have, let me read this one because this is quite nice. We have from Belle Calaguas. I'll take this opportunity to thank all my students. Wow. Okay. I thank Teacher Bell. Okay, Teacher Bell. I would like to read this one because this is nice. I'll take this opportunity to thank all my students from Dolores National High School, Magalang, Pampanga. I'm so proud of you that you are interested in this kind of learning. Wow, right? You know what, Teacher Bell, thank you so much. If not because of the teachers who are really encouraging their students to watch the live show, of course, we will not have online tutees who will interact with us. So thank you so much, Teacher Bell. Okay, I'm so proud of you that you are interested. Even though we haven't seen personally, you continued to watch. ETUlay, grade 10 St. Joseph. Wow. My class advisory, grade 10 St. Luke, St. Paul, St. Peter, and St. Andrew. Kudos. Yes, kudos. Thank you, Teacher Bell. Thank you so much. Yeah, really, ma'am. Teacher Bell, thank you so much. So I actually handled English 10 starting week 3. I started already in quarter 4 and then week 3. From the moment I started with week 3, I have seen very active students from Dolores National High School, and yes, you're right. These students really deserve kudos and congratulations. Thank you so much. And most especially to our teachers. Good afternoon, everyone. We also have, yes, Ira May Fernandez. Good afternoon. And Princess Sofia, Samantha Gabriel. I'm sure all of these students are from Dolores National High School. Camille Bernardo, hello. We have Maida de la Cruz, still from DNHS, from Dolores National High School. Congratulations, really. Thank you so much. And Ira May Quizon Fernandez, Adrian Paul Sablan, Bulatao. Congratulations. And thank you so much. Let's continue with the essential parts of the introduction. Again, let me repeat. Start with a brief background and then the objectives of your study, of your research. I hope you are already starting your draft, and then you can just check on your parts of your introduction if you have a brief background already. Also, you can check if you have stated your objectives or your research questions and the significance of your study. That is very important. You have to cite the benefits and, of course, the review of related literature, the literature review. So talking about the related literature, some would just say it's a summary of sources. Actually, it's more than that. It's more than just a summary of your sources. So sometimes in some research paper or research reports, they use literature review, sometimes review of related literature. It's just the same. Okay, this is a part of your research that discusses published information in a particular subject area. So published information. So you will get sources from other like magazines, books, or any thesis or any published information. about a certain topic or about a certain subject area. And then here I have here a sample literature review matrix. So this is a sample literature review matrix. The topic is on social comparison. Social comparison these days, especially with the females, they have this ideal female beauty. So the topic is on the social comparison and the effects of advertising images of ideal female beauty. As I think you can observe, as what you have observed in the world of showbiz, in commercials, there's been this this thing about ideal female beauty. And then if you want to study on the effects, okay, the effects of advertising images of ideal female beauty, then you can have these uh, this literature review matrix. This is an example. Okay, so in this matrix, we will try to get different sources. So how do we do this? To see and get this idea. So this is something like a graphic organizer. So this will help us. This will help us in creating a good literature review. So you just have to prepare 5 columns. In the first column, you write the title. The title, like what is the title of the article that you think is related to your study? So here, for example, from this is a thesis. So the type, the source or the type is a thesis. So the title of the thesis is Colonial Faces, Beauty and Skin Color Hierarchy in the Philippines and the US. And then you also have to note in your graphic organizer, in your matrix, the author or the proponents. Okay, because this will be very useful. Again, to avoid plagiarism, you have to cite your source. So that's why this is very important. And of course, you have to take note of the year. What year is that thesis published, or that information published? And based from that title, what are your notes and findings? So here, for example, these notes and findings could be related to your study, to your topic. So women strive for ideal beauty with proximity to popular media imagery. So there's been a lot of advertisement and shows about, ideal female beauty. And so what will happen? Let's try to find, if you want to know about this thing, so you can study this one. So here in your findings, women really strive for ideal beauty because they think, oh, the standard is like this. So the standard female beauty is somebody whose skin color is white. So what will you do as a female, as a woman? So what will you do if the ideal female beauty skin color is white? So here comes the second, the white skin, the white skin. So there is, for example, there is an article, an internet article from GMA Online News that talks about the white skin standard in Filipino beauty. So you should have a white skin. So you have to read, and then again, you have to know the author and then the year that was published. So the article was published in 2013. So take note, what are your findings based from that title, from that source? So you note here, for example, this is just an example. Again, our topic is on the social comparison and the effects of advertising images of ideal female beauty. So even with the advent of technology, most Filipinas still believe that fair skin beauty is the standard and must be imitated for one to be deemed beautiful. Wow! So, you should have a fair skin, not dark skin. Anyway, these are just examples of your notes and findings. Another one, another source. This is the last one. This is an article from the internet. This is from CNN.com. The title is Skin Deep, Dying to be White. Are you dying to be white? If the ideal female beauty is fair skin, white skin, then what will happen? Okay, so what are your notes and findings? So in your notes and findings here, for example, in this matrix is spurred by modern marketing and a cultural history that cherishes fairness. Hordes of women across Asia are slapping on whitening lotions. We have serums, we have correctors and essences to bleach their skin. I think we can relate to this. Yeah, because I need to have a fair skin. Oh, there's a lot of lotions, whitening lotions and serums and so on and so forth. Well, this is just an example, and then probably after your research, whatever is the finding of your research, then you can make some recommendations. So later on. Again, this is an example of a literature review matrix. So in this matrix, it would be easy for you. Where did I get this idea? This is from this title. Okay. And the author is this one. Okay, this is an internet article. So if you have this kind of literature review matrix, it would be very easy for you to make your bibliography for your references. So this will really guide. Okay, and before I will continue, let me check first if we have new Tutees. Marie Chris Cruz, good afternoon from Dolores National High School. Good afternoon. Also, we have Kezia Antonio watching from Dolores National High School. Good afternoon, everyone. And I think I'm looking for our best Tutee before. Francine Kate and John Warren. I think they're not online today. But later on, of course, I will have to acknowledge our best English 10 Tutees from our previous weeks. Alright, so let's continue. I hope you were able to get the idea of a literature review matrix. So let's continue. If we're done with the introduction, of course, we have to go on with the body. For the body, this is where you put or you include all the substantial amount of information, okay, that has to be presented and analyzed. So the data, you'll present here the data, and then you can also use charts, graphs, or tables. You have to remember that whenever you use pie charts, graphs, or tables, you have to introduce each illustration appropriately, followed by an adequate discussion of the data presented. So for example, if you're going to present table in your body, you have to discuss. Okay, what's the table about? What is it about? What does the data tells us? Okay, our data tell us, right? And then that's for the body. The last part would be your conclusion. In your conclusion, you have to remember that the conclusion is important in bringing home the highlights of the research paper. What's your highlight? You have to bring it back. Okay, and then a well-written conclusion allows readers to take on new perspective about the thesis. So they will get, okay. So, I see. If if there is a social comparison with the ideal female beauty, so what will happen? What would be the effect? Okay. So your readers will get a new perspective, and probably after your findings, based from your findings, And then if there is something in your findings that needs to have another research, you can continue your research. You can make another research related to the previous research that you have done. So, learning other steps. Okay. So moreover, this conclusion in the last part, you provide your readers with recommendations. So what are the recommendations that you can give to your readers based on the research that you have done? So that is very important. Giving recommendations, especially if anything related to social issues, they're very very important, especially if it has something to do with psychological or emotional state of especially students or teenagers, or like simply males or females. So that's it. This is the last part. This is now the conclusion. Now after this one, if you're done with your conclusion, as what I've said, if your findings could be something that has to be continued, then you can make another research. And that ends your research report. That's the last part, the conclusion. To wrap up everything, okay, let me wrap up everything. So the first part, again, the essential parts of the introduction, we have the background information. Okay, the background information, you can cite the objectives or the research questions. You have to state the significance of your study, and don't forget to include the related literature. And in your body, you can present or analyze your research data or information. So based from the notes that you have, okay, you can include the notes, the summary, you can paraphrase, you can use direct quotations from your draft. And always remember, you have to cite your sources to avoid plagiarism. Always cite your source to avoid plagiarism. And of course, in your conclusion, you can summarize your findings, and then you can include a set of recommendations to address the issue or the concern that you have tackled in your research paper. And you're done with your research. Amazing. So very easy to say. Right? But if you have already started your draft, I'm sure as long as you have started, then I'm sure you will never stop until you will finish your research. Because writing a research is really very, very nice, and it is very important. What we have to think about is the importance, especially if your study is very essential. If the research problem or the research topic that you focus is very important, then you have to continue with your research. I really like those students who really are very diligent and are very working so hard to finish their research. I hope our grade 10 learners, our grade 10 students have prepared their draft, and then you can make a revision of your drafts if ever you have one, and then continue, go on. Submit it to your teacher so that your teachers can check your research. All right. So that ends our quick session for this afternoon. And before I will leave everyone, let me check first our students. Hello, hello. We have, my dear students, you are now free to comment. Okay. We have a few minutes for you to comment, and then we can acknowledge you. Especially, kindly state your name and from what school. Again, thank you so much, especially to Teacher Bell. Teacher Bell Calaguas. Okay, I think Grayton St. Joseph is her class advisory. And yes, from Grayton St. Joseph, I would like to congratulate everyone. Okay, as what I have mentioned, I started with the ETUlay English 10 quarter 4 week 3. So I started with the third week. And I would like to congratulate our best Tutees. Okay. When I started with week 3, so I have checked the comment section and I have found out that the most participative English 10 Tutee was Mateo? Yeah, Mateo Prias. Mateo Prias. I am not sure what school. Mateo Prias, are you online right now? Or anyone who can tell me if you know Mateo Prias? Is he from Dolores National High School? Mateo Prias? Oh, Mateo, where are you? Oh, we have Joshua Passion. Good afternoon, Joshua Passion, grade 7, Einstein, watching from Lalian National High School, SDO Cagayan Region 2. Stay safe and enjoy watching. Wow. Hello, Joshua. Good afternoon. And congratulations again. We have from week 3, Mateo Prias. Mateo Prias was the first Tutee that I have met in week 3, who is very, very participative. Okay, congratulations. Also, in week 4, I would like to congratulate and thanks. Okay, congratulations. The most participative English 10 Tutee in week 4 is Angel Doctora. Angel Laika A. Doctora, watching from Canlubang Elementary School. Wow. So I have recognized her as one of the most participative Tutee in week 4 because she has lots of. I have actually sorted all the comments and I have checked the number of comments that you have sent, and it seems that in week 4 we have Angel Laika Doctora. So congratulations, Angel Laika Doctora. And in week 4 also, I have presented the best English 10 Tutee of week 4. And she is Francine Jade Villaruz from Dolores National High School. Hello, Francine. Are you here? Francine? I think Francine is not here. Anyway, congratulations, Francine. She is the best English 10 Tutee of week 4. And as I have promised during my search for best English 10 Tutee, if you can submit your picture and then reflection, I will give a prize. I was just a little Gcash. Okay, I sent Gcash or loads. So congratulations to these students. Thank you so much. And also the same for week 4, we have the best Tutees reflection. So I would like to congratulate, I think Teacher Bell, John Warren is your student because he is from grade 10 St. Joseph. So grade 10 St. Joseph of Dolores National High School. John Warren Lansangan, I really like your reflection. Thank you so much for sending your output. I really like your idea here about ETUlay tutorial. It helps us students to understand the lessons that we have and will help us to answer correctly our activity. And this one, ETUlay tutorials stand as a hope in this time of pandemic. So it's so good that you learned a lot from ETUlay online tutorial. Thank you so much. So according to John Warren, that this live learning is actually it sparks hope that will push us to study hard and be patient and never stop striving for your dreams, for our dreams, and reaching our success with flying colors. Thank you so much, John Warren. Also, John Warren sent another reflection from the lesson in week 5 and a screenshot. And still, John Warren was the best English 10 Tutee of week 5. Still from grade 10 St. Joseph of Dolores National High School. So John Warren Lansangan, hello. Are you there? John Warren, thank you so much. Congratulations, John Warren, because you were able to really get the idea about our purpose, where we're doing this, para sa bata, para sa bayan. This is all for you, my dear students. So again, John Warren Lansangan, congratulations. I really appreciate your reflections. It's so nice and it's so good to hear that you have learned something or many things from our online tutorial. Congratulations. I am so very happy and I'm so very proud of you. Thank you so much. That's for week 5. And also in week 6, hello, Carl Henry Damaso. Carl Henry Damaso is from Philippine International English School, Kuwait. In week 6, Carl Henry Damaso has many comments and he really answered so fast in the questions, in the review, and then in the learning task. So congratulations, Carl Henry Damaso. Hello, Carl Henry. Congratulations. Before I will proceed, let me read first. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Camille Bernardo. Thank you so much, Tutor Jedi. Thank you so much, Camille. So Carl Henry Damaso answered, thank you po. You're welcome, Carl Henry. Thank you so much. Marie Chris Cruz. Thank you so much po, Ma'am Judy. Wow, I have lots of names. Actually, I have Judy. I am Tutor Jedi. I am Judilyn. Judilyn. Lots of names. Camille Bernardo. Thank you so much, Tutor Jedi. Rika Lissing. Yes, also Rika Lissing is very familiar. Also one of the most participative. Yeah, Rika Lissing. Rika Vian Lissing, watching from Dolores National High School. Angelica also is very participative. All of you, Patrick, Odeline, thank you so much, everyone. Joshua, because you have been very good tutees. Thank you so much. And also in week 7, still the same, with lots of comments and always active in answering the questions in the review and in the learning tasks. Congratulations once again to you, Carl Henry Damaso, or Damaso. I don't know where to put the stress, from the Philippine International English School, Kuwait. Wow. Straight from Kuwait, Carl Henry Damaso. Thank you so much. Our early bird in our session today. And of course, to all our active tutees, especially from Dolores National High School, I have also met students from Porac National High School, and to all the English 10 tutees, teachers, and parents, thank you all so much. Okay, congratulations for a job well done. So all of you guys, your active participation is really helping me and inspired me to go on and be a terrific tutor. All right, so thank you all so much and congratulations, everyone. And of course, as usual, I will not leave you without my advice. Our keyword for our last online tutorial in English 10 is research. So our quotation is from Neil Armstrong, and Neil Armstrong said that research is creating new knowledge. My dear learners, don't be afraid of research. Okay, we have to love research, because once we do research, we are creating new knowledge. And knowledge is power. So, thank you so much. I hope you have a terrific Tuesday with Tutor Juday. I am Tutor Juday, wishing you all God bless and thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I love you all. Thank you so much.
Sigurado ako na marami ka na namang natutuhan sa ating ETUlay tutorial session ngayong araw. Tandaan, ito ay hindi lamang para sa ating mga mag-aaral, kundi pati rin sa ating mga minamahal na guro at mga magulang na kaagapay natin para maituloy ang pagkatuto sa kabila ng nararanasang pandemya. Patuloy ding sumubaybay sa DepEd TV para sa mga araling ginawang video episodes. Mapapanood ito mula Lunes hanggang Sabado, alas 7 ng umaga hanggang alas 7 ng gabi sa inyong mga telebisyon. Abangan bukas mula alauna ng tanghali ang iba pang aralin sa ating ETUlay free online tutorial session sa Filipino. I-like and subscribe at manatiling nakasubaybay sa ating ETUlay tutorial session sa DepEd Edtech Unit FB page at Educational Technology Unit channel sa YouTube at sa DepEd Tayo at DepEd Philippines social media accounts. Paalam!